Yo, what's going on, everybody? The Boston Sword checking in here, and I'm thankful to have this fighter come on here to speak with us as he is a couple weeks away from his fight in Toronto on the most valuable promotions fight card. He hails from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Honolulu, Hawaii, competing in the super bantamweight division with a record of 12-1 with 7 of those wins by way of knockout. I present to you AK-47 Angel Barrientes. What's going
Thanks
on?
for having me.
All right, no doubt, man. We had that thing coming up here. Most valuable promotions fight card there. Supposed to be March 7th against Alex Cassiano. And it's a good one there, as you know, Cassiano has around the same pro experience, around the same pro fights as you. What do you
Yeah.
know about him and his fighting style coming up for this bout?
I don't know too much about him. I watched a couple of bouts from him, and he's a decent fighter. But I work hard, and I know what I got to do in there, and I don't think he has anything that could give me any problems.
Gotcha. Of course, you know you've been doing work at the gym and everything like that. I think you have your father there, and also Coach Bob Santos, who I speak with a lot
Yeah.
there in your corner. Now, what is one thing that they have taught you that has stood out over the years as you've been a professional?
Uh, Over the years, yeah, Bob Santos and my dad Richard, they've been training me my whole pro career, and I think they're a good mix. Bob's real old school, my dad's real technical, so I get to learn a little bit from both sides, and I think they're a great combo. And putting everything into the ring, I use both of their instructions.
Gotcha. So they'll have a couple of different elements to add to your game. While you've been working as a professional fighter, there, right?
Yeah. No, it's great to have them both.
For sure. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there you're on there with most valuable promotions in this most valuable prospects card, and this should be your second bout, I think, under that promotional company. I think because the first one was like over there in Tampa
Yeah.
last July, right? Now, as this is the first one that they'll do in Canada, how do you feel about being part of that card? Them, having a debut over there in Canada.
No, I think it's great. It's a lot of new eyes with Jake Paul's promotion, so it's a big stage, and I got to go out there and give a good performance. There's a lot of new fans, and I'm excited to be back on MVP card, one of my favorite cards I fought on. And as far as going to a different country, it's not new to me because I've been fighting international since I was little. I went across seas many times to fight amateurs, so I'm excited. It's gonna be a great card.
Yeah, no doubt. Like you said, as an amateur, you've been, traveling a lot, overseas and things
Yeah.
like that. You even had, your pro debut. Pretty much your first couple fights were over in Mexico, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah, so you've had those times where you had long trips or international trips and things
Yeah.
like that. So this is not anything new for you, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now before your last bout that was over there in Tampa last July, you stated there from amateur to pros that you had to make a big adjustment there. What is like one thing you've learned about being a professional fighter?
I think one thing I learned is it's totally different than amateurs. I got a lot of amateur experience, but it's a whole different style, especially with the longer rounds. But I've been doing it for a long time. I've been pro for a long time now, and I've been sparring a lot of good fighters, and I think I learned a lot, and I feel like I'm more than adapted to the pro style already.
Gotcha. Because it's a couple of different things that got to learn, not just inside the ring, but outside the ring. As far as like adjustments is in reference to like being a fighter there and shifting gears on that front, but also on the business side too, because it opens things up there as far as like the business and being able to market yourself and putting yourself out there to have people be able to view you there. And like I said, being part of this most valuable prospects card that's coming up on March 7th on the zone. March 7th on the zone. Y'all be sure to check out Angel Barrientes there on that. Right now, we talk about the thing there with going from amateur to pros in your first couple fights that you had over in Mexico. Right now, that was like a few months. Well, at least the second fight was pretty much like that day when they pretty much like had a lockdown here that stalled a few things.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Because it happened like right after your second pro fight, as far as like adjusting and everything like that.
Yeah, nah. Fighting. You talking about fighting the bubble with COVID?
Yeah. It was like
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
not just fighting in the bubble, but depending on where you're at, I forgot like how Las Nevada did the things there as far as like
Yeah.
lockdowns or anything like that. So it was kind of different for each state during that time.
Yeah, no, it was crazy because we were still fighting. I still fought on, I think, 2 or 3 times. I still fought in the bubble, and it was just no audience, so it was like sparring. So it was pretty crazy, but it was pretty cool to experience because I'm not sure if that's gonna happen again.
I'm not sure it's going to
Yeah,
happen again because I mean, even that, like if you had to, travel somewhere, if you were on a plane, once you got off the plane, you could only go straight to the
yeah,
hotel, and then once you
yeah,
checked
yeah,
in, you could just go straight to your hotel room, and you couldn't go anywhere. I'm like, nah,
yeah,
nah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I didn't really like it though.
that wasn't necessarily good on that front, man.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
sometimes when fighters had to go through that, it makes it more difficult for them to like if they had to make weight that they couldn't
yeah,
really do what they usually do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. No, for sure.
yeah. Now in that last bout that you had in Tampa against Rodriguez, you pitched a near shutout on the cards to get the win. Do you feel like as a grade, do you feel like it was an A performance?
I think I'd give myself a B. He was a tough guy, and I feel like if I had 2 more rounds, I would do a lot better. Uh, he was a tough guy. He came and he came with a lot of pressure. He's moving his head, but I feel like I could have done a little bit better. But that's what I got this next fight for. So I'm excited to give it my best. I'm gonna go out
Gotcha.
there and I want to land the shots I want to land. I feel like I haven't done 100% what I want to do in my fights yet, but I've been working on it. And this one, I can't wait to go out there and handle business.
Gotcha. Now, while preparing for the fight there against Castellano, like where have you been doing most of your training? Because I saw like in one of your last posts that you mentioned that you completed like a 6 mile run. So you've been out there running and out there
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the trenches and the mountains and all that type of stuff.
yeah, yeah. No, I've been training. A lot of fighters, they have camps. I stay in camp. I train every day, and I'm running every day, working hard. I've been getting good sparring, and I'm 100% ready for this fight.
I gotcha. Oh, shout out to folks in the live chat. My guy Jake Palon in the building and gives a salute and his salutations there for you, brother, and hell there. So, also now you got this thing here when you're in the pro ranks, but you're not just a pro fighter, but you also have delved like in the fashion industry. You've
Yeah,
been,
yeah,
part of shows and showed off some gear for multiple clothing lines there. Like go into that there a little
yeah.
bit.
No, it's a great thing we do. Me and my brother, and we also model. We did the runways with Louis Vuitton and was out there doing that. So it's good to have 2 different careers, and I like them. I like them both. I go out there and model, and then I come in box, so I could do both.
Word. Now, outside of that thing there for Louis Vuitton, like, has there been, any other, clothing lines that you've kind of, done like a runway with, or kind of like shown off that stood out to you?
Yeah. Well, I did Louis Vuitton twice. I did Savage Fenty. I worked with my cousin's brand Cheetos. So uh, any brand I work with, I'm excited to work with, and I treat them all the same.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it's all about marketing, advertising, and
Yeah.
being able to get the right deal on there, so be able to get the proper exposure with that. Yeah, like speaking of that, like what would you say is the most interesting city or country that you fought in?
Probably Bulgaria. I went to Bulgaria. It was pretty different. It was nothing like the U.S. and I don't think they like Americans. So like it was, you could feel the energy and stuff. So probably Bulgaria was a little different.
Oh man, so you couldn't stay there for long there, man. You had to do what you
Yeah,
had to do
we
and
went out
get
there
it.
to fight a tournament, and then we did.
Yeah, you gotta get out of there. So my brother there, Matt from Brunch Boxing, coming in the building here live to chop it up with us and everything like that, man. Now I usually have like a pretty much like a rapid fire set of questions there for like fighters and things like that to kind of like get pretty much quick answers. It doesn't necessarily have to be a quick answer, but you can do it whatever however you want as far as like answering. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go. Your favorite food to eat after making weight?
Probably steak.
All right, steak. All right. How do you like your steak?
Medium rare.
All right, so yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about. It's like, hey, you cut me like well done or something like that.
yeah.
Like, come on, y'all,
Yeah.
what are y'all doing? All right. Your top 5 pound for pound fighters.
Top 5 pound for pound fighters like all time.
It could be all time or pretty much right now.
Yeah, probably Pacquiao. Uh, got to put Caleb Plant in there. Got to put Mario Barrios in there. Probably put Floyd Mayweather and put my brother. Top 5.
Gotcha. Now, the fighter that you looked up to on your way up.
Probably Manny Pacquiao. I watched him growing up a lot. He's probably one of my favorite fighters, and I like his style and I like how he came from different divisions and won world championships.
Gotcha. Now, what sport would you play if you won a boxing?
I probably wouldn't play sports. I don't know. I got to figure that out. Boxing, that's all I do. So uh, I don't know what I'd do without boxing.
Gotcha. Now, I mean, you were mentioning there, of course, that you have your dad and Coach Bob Santos as your trainer. I think your dad was there, pretty much from the beginning. So, like, how did you get your start into the boxing game before you were in the amateur ranks?
Oh, before, yeah. My dad, I come from a fighting family, so my grandpa was a fighter. So it's in my blood. And as soon as we got older, my dad opened up a gym, and when we were 7, 8, that's when he learned a lot from the coaches around him, and he started training us.
Gotcha. My bro Matt from Brunch Boxing says, yeah, I'm gonna be out there later on. Salute. He says, will you and your brother be back on Premier Boxing Champions? As you had a couple of fights there on the Premier Boxing Champions banner.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's definitely up to my team. Whatever fights they have in front of me, you know. But I love fighting on PBC, so um, hopefully in the future we will.
Yeah, he had those couple of fights out there. What was it, like 2021, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah,
And yeah, you did very well in those fight cards. So yeah, we might be able to see if we could work on getting you back on
yeah.
those
As long as
PBC cards.
my team, I got Box Lab Promotions and Bob Santos, so uh, whatever they decide for me, I'm with it.
Yeah, for sure. That's my guy Bob Santos, man. Like he
Yeah.
really will get you in the right position there to prepare for the fights, and you'll also get into some of these fight cards there where you could be properly featured in that sense. You know what I mean? So but back on this MVP card, like I said, it's in Toronto coming up against Alex Cassiano, Toronto Casino Resort on the zone. From what I was told here, that it's gonna be $3.99 or whatever it is. But if you subscribe to the zone, you'll be able to see Angel in action here for this particular bout. Now, is this the co-feature bout? Because I wasn't sure if it was.
I'm not sure yet. I know they have a couple other fights on the card, but we'll find out. I'm not sure though.
Jake Pylon here in the chat here, as we mentioned there with the Most Valuable Promotions. Have you met and worked with either Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian, part of Most Valuable Promotions, and how you feel about being part of that so far?
Yeah. No, I haven't met Jake Paul yet, but hopefully I will. I seen him around a couple of times, but he been doing his thing. But as far as fighting on MVP, I'm excited. It's a big card, a lot of eyes. So I gotta put on a good performance, and thankful to be on this card again.
Yeah, for sure. Now, we got a secret dance move on the chat here, and he has this question. See if you could try to get that get back with Trayvon Lawson.
Yeah. No, for sure. I'm always open to it. If that's what's in front of me, I'm down to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, of course, we were talking about, you and your brother there, in action. Of course, you have a brother competing in the amateur ranks out there in Las Vegas coming up here pretty soon. So, like, how has it been like watching him in action there in the amateur ranks there so far?
No, are you talking about my little brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my little brother's the best. So he's coming up. He has about 25 fights, and he's coming up. Look out for my little brother. I think he's gonna be the best out of all three of us.
Yeah, you got like your whole set of brothers out here that you could have. Hey, what is it about? Okay, we're at 2025, so I don't know, maybe about 2026 or something. You could have a fight card with all three of y'all in
Yeah,
action.
yeah, that would be sick. No, he's coming up for sure. So Santana Barrientes, look out for him.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, we said, well, I asked a question there in the rapid fire, but I got like one more question out here in the chat. Now, I was talking about, a fighter that you looked up to as far as like all time, and Emmanuel Dapidron Pacquiao. Oh, yeah, Manny Pacquiao. But
Yeah, yeah.
Secret Dance School says, which current boxers do you look up to?
Current boxers, probably Caleb Plant, Mario Barrios. Those are the guys I train with, and those are the guys paving the way for me coming up, and I learn a lot for them. So I see it firsthand. They teaching me stuff, and I look up to them.
Yeah, I mean they're there like what super middleweight and welterweight, of course, with Mario Barrios being the WBC
Yeah,
welterweight champion. So you're definitely working with a number of guys that are a good number of weight classes above you there.
yeah.
So what is there like something that you go through with them that they kind of like pick on you about, or try to have you go through the ringer, as they say?
Yeah, nah, we're in the gym training together. So, like I said, I gotta work with them hand in hand. So I'm in the ring with them, working on some things. They teaching me some things. So just having them around is a great experience.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I got one last question here in the chat, because I got to get you ready to get on the move. Like, what do you
Yeah.
think about Nick Ball there at the 126-pound division?
Nick, but yeah, I've seen him fight a couple times. He's tough. I saw him fight against Ray Vargas. I feel like he's like Pitbull, but he lets his hands go a little bit more, and I think he's a solid fighter.
Gotcha, gotcha. So yeah, man. Big thanks here for going through, taking the time here to speak with the Boxing Source. Of course, you got your little brother that's about to be in action here in a
Yeah,
few,
yeah,
and definitely here as you're going to be part of the most valuable promotions fight card there on Friday, March 7th against Alex Castellano. There and looking forward to you getting in action. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this will be your first bout scheduled for 8 rounds.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the plan is not to go the full 8 rounds.
Yeah,
That
yeah, no, I'm ready. I've been working hard, so I really want to get a highlight reel. So we'll see. If I'm not gonna look for it, but if it comes, it comes. So look out for me March 7th, Toronto, Canada. I'm ready.
gotcha. No doubt, no doubt. Big thanks here for speaking with us here at the Boxing Source, and looking forward to seeing you in action coming up on March 7th, and then we'll see if we can catch up with you after the fight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, no doubt. I'll catch y'all later, folks. Peace out.